Welcome to the Founder's Code, where we uncover the minds, the decisions, and the hidden stories that shape our world. Today we dive into a company that quietly became the engine of the future. A company that transformed from a small gaming startup into the brain factory of the modern age. This is the untold rise of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is everywhere. In your phone, in your laptop, in your car, in your hospital, in your bank, in the satellites above you, in the robots being built right now, and in every single AI model you interact with. If you've ever typed a message into an AI system, streamed a movie, played a game, or used a navigation app, you've touched the power of NVIDIA technology without even realizing it. Yet the company did not start as a giant. It began as an idea born in the minds of three engineers who believed computers could do more than the world imagined. In 1993, Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Preem met at a small Denny's restaurant. The story is almost too humble to believe. Three men, one table, a few cups of coffee, and a dream that seemed almost foolish at the time. They wanted to build a new kind of chip, not a CPU, not a simple processor, something radically different. A chip that could handle massive amounts of data at once. A chip that could run thousands of tasks in parallel. A chip that could give computers the ability to simulate, visualize, and eventually think. The world didn't understand this vision. Investors saw it as unnecessary. Engineers called it unrealistic. The market didn't exist. There was no demand. There was no industry for it. But the founders believed that in the future, humans would need machines that could see, predict, simulate, and assist. They believed the future would require parallel computing. And so, they built NVIDIA. The early days of NVIDIA were full of struggle. No one cared about GPUs at the time. CPUs dominated everything. The giants of the industry, Intel, IBM, AMD, had already built massive empires. What could three engineers do against them? But NVIDIA didn't try to compete on their level. They aimed at a small corner of the market that nobody cared about: video gaming. Gamers needed graphics. CPUs were weak at rendering. NVIDIA saw a huge opportunity. If they could build a graphics chip powerful enough, gamers would flock to it. But this wasn't just about gaming. NVIDIA used gaming as a Trojan horse. Behind the scenes, they were building something bigger, something more revolutionary. Their chips were not designed only for graphics. They were designed for parallel computing. They were designed for the future. Then came 1999, the moment that changed everything. NVIDIA launched the world's first GPU, the GeForce 256. The tech world was shocked. A single chip that could process millions of calculations in parallel. A chip that could generate real-time graphics never seen before. A chip that could revolutionize visual computing. Overnight, NVIDIA became a force. Gamers embraced the technology. Developers embraced it. And the company began to rise. But NVIDIA didn't stop. They kept pushing. They kept innovating. Every year, their GPUs became more powerful. Every generation reached new heights. And slowly, quietly, something unexpected began to happen. Scientists started using NVIDIA GPUs for research. They discovered that GPUs could do more than graphics. They could solve complex scientific problems. They could simulate molecules, weather systems, radiation patterns, proteins, space events, and physical environments. They could perform tasks CPUs struggled with. This was a turning point. NVIDIA realized they were sitting on a gold mine. Their technology was not just for games. It was for science, medicine, energy, engineering, and research. And then, one more breakthrough happened, one that changed the world forever. In the early 2010s, AI researchers began experimenting with neural networks powered by GPUs. Suddenly, AI systems that once took weeks to train could be trained in hours. Models that previously failed began producing magical results. NVIDIA GPUs unlocked new capabilities in artificial intelligence. They made deep learning possible. Jensen Huang saw the future clearer than anyone. While most companies still focused on traditional computing, he transformed NVIDIA into an AI company. He shifted the company's direction with boldness that shocked the industry. He began designing hardware specifically made for AI training and inference. He introduced CUDA, a platform that allowed developers to use GPUs for advanced computing tasks. CUDA became the secret weapon of NVIDIA. It created a barrier no competitor could break. Anyone who wanted to build AI at scale had to use NVIDIA. CUDA made the entire world dependent on their ecosystem. Then came a moment that reshaped the planet: the rise of ChatGPT and the explosion of generative AI. The world suddenly needed enormous computing power. AI systems needed trillions of calculations per second. They needed massive parallel processing. They needed GPUs. And NVIDIA was the only company ready. Demand exploded. Every tech giant scrambled to buy NVIDIA chips. Amazon needed them. Google needed them. Microsoft needed them. Meta needed them. Tesla needed them. Every AI company on Earth needed them. NVIDIA was no longer just a chip company. It became the backbone of global AI infrastructure. A single NVIDIA GPU became more valuable than gold. Data centers fought to get them. Nations competed for access. It was no longer about gaming. It was about power. Countries without NVIDIA chips were technologically behind. Companies without NVIDIA chips could not build AI. Developers without NVIDIA chips could not innovate. NVIDIA became the central nervous system of modern computing. But the story goes deeper. Jensen Huang built NVIDIA on values that are rarely seen in tech: discipline, long-term planning, and a relentless focus on innovation. He worked from the bottom. He washed dishes as a teenager. He studied engineering, built his skills, and eventually shaped one of the most important companies of our time. Under his leadership, NVIDIA developed chips that now power self-driving cars, medical imaging, military simulations, financial risk systems, robotics, weather prediction, energy systems, and the world's most advanced supercomputers. As the AI revolution accelerates, NVIDIA continues to dominate. Their H100, H200, and Blackwell GPUs are the engines behind nearly every major AI breakthrough. Their chips train the models that write, speak, paint, code, predict, diagnose, drive, and create. Their hardware runs every major AI laboratory. Their systems power hyperscale data centers across the globe. And now, NVIDIA is expanding into robotics, 3D simulation, virtual environments, and even digital twins of entire cities. They are building the computing foundation of the future. NVIDIA is no longer a company. It is an ecosystem. It influences industries, governments, technologies, and global innovation. The future of AI runs through NVIDIA. The future of robotics runs through NVIDIA. The future of digital creativity runs through NVIDIA. And whether we like it or not, the next stage of human civilization will be shaped by the chips created by this once small startup born in a diner. The rise of NVIDIA is not just a tech story. It is a story about vision. It is a story about believing in a future before the world sees it. It is a story about taking risks when everyone doubts you. And it is a story about how three engineers changed the trajectory of humanity with one radical idea: build the chip of the future today. NVIDIA continues to grow, continues to innovate, and continues to push boundaries the world didn't even know existed. And as artificial intelligence expands into every corner of life, one company stands at the center of it all: NVIDIA, the silent architect of the digital future. This is the Founder's Code. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe for more powerful breakdowns of the companies shaping our world.